So DeMar Derozan strikes back after Drake issues some shots at DeMar Derozan. He called DeMar Derozan a goof during yesterday's game, during yesterday's Toronto Raptors and Sacramento Kings game. He basically said if the Toronto Raptors ever were to put DeMar Derozan's jersey in the Raptors, he would climb up there himself and pull it down. Then after the game was over, you see Drake standing next to Chubbs, his number one hitter, his number one goon, his top dog, his top shotter. He's sitting next to Chubbs, standing next to Chubbs, and he's staring down DeMar Derozan with a menacing look in his eye. Then as DeMar Derozan is walking off after the game, you see Drake's mouth saying the words, "Fuck out of here, pussy." Right? So I guess DeMar Derozan caught wind of the other actions. He was already made aware that Drake said that, if his jersey went into the rafters, he would come up there and pull it down himself. And DeMar was like, yo, he got a whole lot of climbing to do if he do that. But I guess DeMar saw that other stuff, the fuck out of here pussy and staring him down and, calling him a goof. So DeMar took to social media, took to his Instagram page, and he put up a famous clip from the Hood Classic Friday. And it's from the part where Smokey is talking about Debo. And he says, I got mind control over Debo. That's what Smokey said. He said, Debo be like, shut the fuck up. I be quiet, but when he leave, I be talking again. Now, if you don't know, DeMar DeRozan's nickname is Debo. That's his name. The brother from Compton, California, his name is Debo. Right? His nickname is Debo. So basically, he's saying Drake talk that talk when I ain't there. He talk shit when I ain't around. But he ain't gonna say that when I'm in his presence, when I'm in his face. He ain't gonna talk to me like that. He ain't gonna be on that tough type time. And yo, I think this is brilliant. That is a great scene to use in the back and forth against Drake. That's a great shot to send. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I knew DeMar DeRozan ain't tripping off none of that stuff that Drake doing, because DeMar probably like, bro, I didn't see more intimidating dudes than Chubbs and you all my life in Compton, California. I'm not afraid of what y'all gonna be doing, what y'all saying. I'm not afraid of the threats. It's not gonna get to me. First of all, if I'm DeMar DeRozan, and I said that I understand Drake being upset with DeMar. I understand, because he like, yo, DeMar was steadily jamming out to a song that was calling him a PDF file, but DeMar made a decision to go with the home team, his home team. He from Compton, California, like Kendrick Lamar. Probably already had a relationship with Kendrick Lamar well before he had a relationship with Drake. You know what I mean? So he chose Compton instead of staying neutral, and so I get Drake being upset. But once you start calling me a pussy and goof and all this and all of that, talking a little spicy, now I gotta respond. And I ain't gonna lie, if I'm DeMar, Chubb's gonna have to show me something. I'm tired of Drake hollering Chubb's name out like he top goon number one, like he just a crash out of me. He gonna have to crash. Cause let me stop. I don't advocate for violence, but I don't know, man. It's a little, Drake was talking a little heavy, and I said, boy, them boys from them California boys gonna try to whoop Drake ass, man. They catch him, man. But I don't think they would probably catch him, because Drake runs with a ton of security, as he should. He's a world-renowned, famous rapper and entertainer. So I get it. I'm not clowning him for having security. I'm just saying he would be hard to touch because of the security. Nobody is untouchable. Nobody. I want to remind everybody, nobody is untouchable. I don't want nobody to get nothing done to. I don't want this stuff to escalate to violence. But I'm just saying, if I'm DeMar and Drake talking like this, I'm like, y'all, nah, fam. Now, you not gonna be talking crazy, like calling me a goof, calling me a PUSSY, looking at me, staring me up and down like you want to steal off me and all this and all of that. You're going to have to do it. Like, because it's a point even in me where if that was me, and I'm a chill guy, but once, you trying to punk me in some type of way, you have to show me. Show me you going to do something. Because the Chicago in me is going to be like, hey, no, fam, you going to have to show me how tough you is. You going to have to show me how tough Chubbs is too. Because I ain't all that talking crazy. No, fam, we ain't doing that. But you know what? DeMar is a grown man with children. And he taking it the route that I would, that, I'm supposed to take as well. Keep it on wax or keep it on social media. Send your little shots back. It be what it be. Because Drake ain't finna do nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna talk crazy, talk mess. DeMar, you could talk your mess back, poke your chest out. You feel me? You could, walk around, poke your chest out, stand 10 toes on yours, stand 10 toes down, and fire back, respond back verbally, not physically, not, with any action, firing back with no weapons or nothing like that. But, I know DeMar ain't scared of Drake at all. It's unfortunate that their friendship has now ended, in the way everything played out, but DeMar ain't scared of nothing Drake talking about. Nor is he afraid of what Chubb's talking about. Old Kendrick Lamar say, I'm gonna make Chubbs really crash. Hey, dog, I'm laughing because I be like, man, he be hollering out and Chubbs sitting there, and I think Chubbs is like his security type dude too, though, but nah, man, the way he was staring down DeMar, like he wanted to bust on DeMar, like he wanted to walk up to DeMar, still off him. Calling PUSSY, calling him a goof on Toronto broadcast and all of that. Oh, no. You gonna have, no, fam. No, we not doing that. And DeMar's a grown man. He's probably bigger than all of this. He's not above sending no shots back verbally, but he ain't trying to go no crazy route. But I'm just saying, Drake gotta be cool. Leave that where it's at, Drake. Don't keep going crazy, talking reckless. Keep this where it's at, because them dudes in LA and California, they not going to take too kindly if you keep on talking crazy, talking spicy, and talking on tough time. They gonna see if Chubb's going to crash something for real. So hopefully everything stay where it's at and it don't go beyond this. But I knew DeMar was going to say something back. He wasn't going to hit that goof part and PUSSY part and be like, hell no, dog. I'm from Compton, California. And listen, I'm not saying everybody just because you're from an area you tough. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that when you grow up in certain areas, you become used to confrontation because it's inevitable. And not even just used to it. I'm not going to say used to it. You've experienced enough confrontation to where you're like, hold on now, dog. I ain't let them dudes back at home punk me. I'm not finna let you be punking me either. That's where it comes into play with me. It's not even on no being tough because I'm from Chicago. Nah. But confrontation was inevitable here. And I didn't let the dudes here punk me. Gangbangers, all that. I didn't let them do that to me. So I wouldn't be letting another rapping ass dude do that to me either. Like, nah, fam. You got to cool all that PUSSY talking, that goof talking. In Chicago, goofy is a fighting. We call me a goofy. That's like calling you the B word in Chicago. That's a fighting word, Drake said goof, not goofy, but, Chicago, that's too close. That's too close. It's like when your mama would tell you can't say dang because dang was too close to damn. You couldn't say, what other stuff we couldn't say as a kid. You couldn't say lie because that shit sounded too grown. Might get your ass whooped. You couldn't say, hold on, we're trying to think of other stuff. You couldn't always say, not snap, but shit, you couldn't say anything close to the S word and try to replace it. You might get backhanded. It's one of them. You saying goof, that goof is too close to goofy in Chicago. That's real fighting words. That's like you really, really want to disrespect me. You really want to call me the worst of the worst. But I understand Drake being upset because, again, DeMar was in a video for a song that was calling him a PDF file, and DeMar, when he got traded from Toronto, he was hanging out with Drake, went to Drake's house to talk about it after everything and all that. But I'm going to say this. You can be upset, but you got to watch how you carrying on with it, per se. Drake publicly on a broadcast talking about snatching DeMar jersey down, calling him a goof, all that. And, that's what, all right, keep that where it's at. Don't keep going. Because if Drake started talking about Demar Derozan in rap songs and started calling him out his name and started taking it above and beyond, that's what stuff can get out of pocket. And Jayceon Taylor, a.k.a. The Game, is not going to be able to really stop too much of nothing. You feel me? Because a lot of them are out in L.A., they ain't really feeling game like that right now either. You know what I mean? So he got to keep that cool. Let it be where it's at right now. Don't let it go beyond that. Drake don't be getting in these songs talking about doing nothing to DeMar, talking about, he this and that and call him all these names, especially since Demar Derozan is not a rapper. He can't respond over no tracks. Keep that where it's at. Keep it where it's cool. But Debo say Drake ain't gonna say that to his face. That's what Demar say. He ain't gonna say it to his face. He ain't gonna be on nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. He gonna talk when I'm gone. He ain't gonna say shit when I'm there. And I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yeah, this back and forth is my type of carrying on. At least when no violence occurs. You know what I'm saying? Send your shots back. Tay, he be talking that shit when I'm gone. You know. But you know, when I'm there, he quiet. Demar say, you should have said something right then to me right then. Say something right there when I was standing right there. Say what you say. Get it off your chest, brother. Don't let it all fester up all on you. No, say it with your chest right there. We can hash it out, man. But I knew DeMar DeRozan was going to respond, man. This is crazy. What an entertaining weekend. Machiavelli Mills TV. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Peace.